So in build on the left-hand side here is all of your options on what you can drag onto the window. And at the bottom of that is the installed applications that we've taken from the Weebly store, so to speak. Some of them are free, some of them you pay for. And one of them that we pay for is Modal Pop, which is this functionality that adds pop-up windows to your website. So, for instance, I created this one. It shows up on a few pages on the website right now about how we're closed, but that the admissions office is open, and here's how you find out more. And check out our Now at Northcross page. And so there's that. So to create this, what I do is I drag a pop-up window onto my screen, and when you see this long blue line, that means it's going to take up it's going to be outside. If I were in here, it would place it inside this existing pop-up window, which would be weird. So you want to go to the outside of that, and then when you let go, this shows up, and you can see the highlight blue around it shows that it's a new separate item from the one below it. And there's a button here, and there's this sort of blank space. Now, if I want to edit the window itself, I just click on any area inside the pop-up window area. And there's a couple of things you can choose that you want to do before you publish this. If you're designing the site, you can always hide the pop-up window, and that just allows you to get it out of your way. That's just in the editor. It doesn't hide it on the finished product, but it's sometimes useful if you've got a lot of elements on a page and you don't want this big long pop-up window in front of you. The overlay is just this sort of semi-opaque background that kind of sits on top of everything else so that people pay attention to the pop-up window. I recommend leaving that as is. Width can change based on what you're putting in there. Sometimes for movies, like, a YouTube channel or whatever, you can make this bigger. 500 pixels is the default, so just play with that and see what happens. You can also use an image as a background. You don't have to have a background color. Borders I normally don't do, so you just hit no border and that takes that away. You'll see it update quickly and you'll watch that black border go away. The close button color on this is black, but normally I will change it to a light gray because I don't want people to close the window. Sometimes there's something that I really want them to do, and so the longer they look at it, the more likely they are to pay attention to what's on the screen. So you can change the color to a light gray and see how that updated there. You can also have it auto pop up, which means when somebody visits the page, it will always show up without having any action done on the page. So I don't have to click something for the pop-up to happen. But you do, if you do that, you probably want to hide the button trigger, which is this little guy over here, and that will go away. And then the pop-up window will show up no matter, how many times. Now, if I want to always have it show on load, you have to have this on, which means that anytime anybody visits the homepage, even if they visited the site before, it will load. But if you do want to give people a break, so let's say you have something on the homepage that people will be seeing if they come to the homepage every day and aren't going to get tired of it if they're repeat visitors, you can have the cookie expire after several days. So you can say, yeah, the person's been here once, they saw the pop-up window, let 4 or 5 days pass before I show it to them again, and that can be set right here. However, if you want to do not as an auto, but as a button, let's say you just have something that gives somebody more information that's up to them if they want to choose to read it or not, you can have a button trigger. So let me click on this again. And there goes the button trigger. It'll show up in a second. And when you do this, what you'll have to do also is then set the text to the button. And when I click on the button, this button window shows up instead of the pop-up window. So you have to click directly on the button itself to get that to pop up. And then you can change different things about it. There's two styles of button. There's one that has bigger text and one that has smaller text. I don't really use the blue ones because they're not in our color scheme, but that's part of the theme. The text is where you would change, what you have on here, pop-up test. And then you can change if it's positioned into the center of the screen or to the right or the left. I wouldn't play with the link. That would take you to another window, which you don't really want to do. You want them just to open the pop-up, so that is default. I would leave that alone. When you're making a regular button, obviously you want it to go somewhere, and that's where you would set that. And that's about it. And after you're all set with everything and you're happy with it how it is, you can just hit publish, and that will publish it to the site. And one other thing to remember is that, let's say you have something like this that I made that I wanted to show up on multiple pages. You can always copy the pop-up. You don't have to create everything all over again. And you do that by hitting this little arrow here. And there's two options, move or copy. If you just want to copy it over and not move it entirely, you hit the copy first, and then you pick the page you want to copy it to. And when you do that, it'll bring you to that page, and this will show up at the top of it. And you can move it to wherever you want on the page. With pop-ups, it doesn't really matter because they're always going to show up at the top of the page. So you don't have to worry about that. But if you were doing a button or something like that, and you copied the button to another page, then you'd have to decide where you want it to show up, because it by default shows up at the top.